Hey, what's up guys, my name's Charlie. Today we're going to be watching some Board Games collection for 2013. So yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to show you the board game collection back in this tight corner here. I see Mike's getting out DuckTales.
I just noticed that I did not even know you had this, a DuckTales game.
Oh, one thing I do have to point out is that I had some really bad water damage. We had my sink in my kitchen leaked all the way down here, and actually the game that got it worst of all is Dream Phone. Look at that. Dream Phone really got fucked up.
Wow.
So basically, to show you a lot of these games, we're going to have to take them out individually because it's just, you know, there's so much stuff down here. Even with all the lights we have here, we just can't really light this corner. Oh, one thing I do have to say, though, I have a lot of Hangman games. I feel like with board games, there hasn't been a chance to do a Halloween episode because there's so many horror related games, but the reason why I've never gotten to it is because there's always a nerd Halloween special and there's Monster Madness going on. There's just too many things. But Dawn of the Dead, this is one that somebody sent me. A lot of these games came by donations, so people have been really generous sending a lot of their old board games.
Well, like the Mr. Bucket and Dream Phone episode kind of turned into Halloween episodes.
We made horror episodes out of games that were not supposed to be horror related, and we put them out usually in the spring. Like they were like spring episodes when there's time. There's like more time in the spring, and then the year gets busier and busier.
You're talking about actually doing a horror themed game,
like for Halloween. I don't know. If we will yet,
we're totally wrong. We did Monster Madness.
You're right. If you can't, that was kind of like a promo for Monster Madness,
True.
but it counts, I guess. But this is Dawn of the Dead. Haven't played it yet, but I just think it's crazy that there exists a game of Dawn of the Dead, and you can see it. It's like it's a pretty simple board. It's just a piece of paper.
Doesn't look much better than Deadly Danger Dungeon.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the mall, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
By the way, copyright 1978. So this game came out when the movie came out.
Yeah.
The biggest request for board games at the moment is Nightmare, and I do have Nightmare. It comes with a VHS tape, and there's a scary guy on the back, which I've heard about the game. I've never played it yet.
I've played it.
But you have? What's it like?
I played it when I was a kid, I guess back when it originally came out, and it's just like, you put a VHS tape in or whatever, and there's a guy on screen with like a cloak and a hood.
Yeah.
And all I remember, because it was such a long time ago, is that he's just like, "You are all maggots," and he's like saying really nasty things to you. I remember it being a pretty fun game. I think I liked it, but it was a long time ago.
Can't wait to play this one.
Yeah, we definitely have to do
Seriously.
that sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we have it out here, but another big one would be the Ouija board.
Dude, I'm not going to tell yet what my idea is for that one, but that always has been a Halloween, And we got Goosebumps. I used to read the books of Goosebumps. Did you?
I never read the books, but I watched a lot of the show.
I never knew about the show till later, but I used to read the books all the way through, probably to like number 50 or something. Like I read every single one, but then they started coming out so fast that you couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
But this looks kind of cool. This looks like you gotta like put the things together.
Actually, this looks pretty awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we will get to a lot of these eventually. It's just it's just like there's just so little time in the year to do board games, but I hope to focus more on it in the coming years to do more board games. Oh, this game, I Want to Bite Your Finger.
I think I got this off of eBay, I believe, because I saw an old episode of David Letterman, and P.B. Herman was the guest that day, and it was Halloween, and he was bringing out all kinds of horror themed things, and he brought this out, and then Dracula will bite your finger, and then you end up with...
stick your finger in there.
Yeah, you stick... And then there's like teeth that come down.
It sounds dangerous, like Dracula's gonna actually start biting off your finger.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, I didn't even do this on purpose, but yet another horror game. We got 13 Dead End Drive, and this is another cool looking one.
I actually see a lot of requests for this too, to tell you the truth.
13 Dead End Drive.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a oh no, it's Brain Dead 13. It was a 3DO game.
Oh yeah, I get that confused too.
Yeah, but looks cool. You got the fortune teller. You got this little chandelier thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna fall and like kill somebody. I like games that always have elaborate pieces like that because it's kind of like, it's like playing with toys except with some structure and some rules.
They're good for videos too because it's very visual.
That's what I love about board games, that it's so visual and you could shoot it in whatever perspective you want.
Their nerd episodes are typically mostly footage from video games.
Yeah.
But you know, board games is cool because you can actually show like Tornado Rex spinning around, or you can show the mousetrap coming down. Or all that kind of cool stuff. Weapons and Warriors shooting the stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
I love the Weapons and Warriors one. That was great.
Yeah. How about this here?
Oh my God, this is a laser tag, laser shot.
I think this is not working.
It doesn't work. But I would love to hear that sound again. That choo choo. A lot of times it would just be like target practice. Like if you're by yourself, you just put it out in the street. Cars would come and we didn't even care. We just like, we had no regard for the street when we were kids. And this game, I remember being one of the most reckless and dangerous times of our lives when we were just running around the street and doing all this stuff.
Not paying attention where you're going, tripping over things. We're gonna probably have to get another board game of this because it got water damage on it. But there was all these games, like the Full House game, the Urkel game.
Do the Urkel. This is awesome because what I want to do with board games, we were gonna do it like really cheesy, like a sitcom, and like have laugh tracks over the episode. By the way, this is like disgusting because it's all water damage. But you have this thing where like you put your fingers in there, and that's Urkel. So you gotta like do the Urkel.
do it, everybody. Do the Urkel dance.
By the way, this is like moldy.
Yeah,
you gotta put this away.
I'll wash my hands.
Dinosaurs was one we actually thought about doing with Bootsy one time, and we got out the game and we tried to figure out what to do with it, and we couldn't really come up with anything funny. But I think it's worth another shot.
What the hell is this? Oh, this is like a refrigerator or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all the pieces of the house. They have like the character. Here's like Fran. Fran! You know? And not your mama! Again! You can already see how this episode's gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have the Wayne's World board game. And you know what I think is funny about this? If we did a video on Wayne's World, the whole thing about Wayne's World is that it was like just like two guys in their basement doing a show, and that's like what this actually is.
Yeah,
you know, they're from
it's got a lot of stuff on it.
very colorful.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
You got the Grey Poupon mustard. You got the
monkeys.
The monkeys fly out of the butt, and there's actually a monkey. It's a very, very retro-looking board. Very cool. You know, the only board game that gave a lot of effort to the cover of the tape was Dragon Strike.
I kind of want to play this.
Yeah, I would love to play this someday. So yeah, maybe a future episode.
All right, so yet another game that's water damaged.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
boy.
a shame.
Yeah, these are messed up. But
And we wanted to do this for a long time, this episode, and we just never got around to it.
yeah, this is Elvis Presley, King of Rock and Roll. But the main one, it's like actually stuck to the hair.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but this is Elvis this is Elvis Monopoly.
Yeah.
And this one's still in pretty good condition. This is Elvisopoly. So it's basically just Monopoly, but it's and it has an Elvis theme.
Yeah. You had an Elvis costume, like a really legit Elvis jumpsuit, and we always wanted to use it. And actually, the idea for me personally came when we were at a dead celebrity party. It was like be a dead celebrity, and you were Elvis, and you were in character like the whole night.
I didn't come.
And you were just talking like Elvis the whole time, and like I just always thought like in the episode, motherfucker Mike would turn into Elvis while they're playing the game. And also, okay, going back to Family Matters again, there is an episode where Steve Urkel turns into Elvis.
Yeah.
And
It's a really good impression.
it's really funny, and it would be as random as that. And we would go into like song mode and stuff, and there was that song, and so all shook up. We wanted to
bless my soul, what's wrong with me? Itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. Friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. And then we change it up. I'm in love.
No, I'm on drugs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm on drugs. I'm all fucked up.
Yeah.
Basically, I'd be like doing drugs the whole time.
Yeah, and that I just wanted to do that parody of the song. I was like, oh, this is so funny. We're gonna do all fucked up. But I mean, so many people have parodied Elvis songs that over the years I've noticed like the same exact parody has been done more than once.
Yeah, and so we have all sorts of Elvis.
Where did all these Elvis games come from?
Elvis is was a big deal, so they made a lot of.
How did I get all these Elvis games?
Oh well, I got them.
Okay, hold that one up. This is the Rodney Dangerfield game.
No respect. Would you believe that there was a Rodney Dangerfield fucking board game?
Yeah, open it
Like,
up.
what do you do in this game?
Well, see, what I always thought was, like with
Look
this.
at the board. Look at the board.
Yeah, well, there's not much to the board, but you got Rodney Dangerfield right here.
Yeah. What's all this?
I don't know. See, I have never played this yet, but what I wanted to do for the episode was I wanted to use Rodney Dangerfield like clips in it and have Rodney Dangerfield like talking the board
From like
game.
Caddyshack and stuff.
Yeah, or like, back to school and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's actual clips that I had in mind that went perfect with, like, there's one part where he's like, hey, where'd you get that hat? And it'd be like Board James's hat, so they'd kind of be having a conversation back and forth. But I don't know. We'll see if we ever get to that one. See, I'll tell you, because this is a DVD and it's like an exclusive thing. So it's like one of the ideas was that the Ouija board would be contacting other characters who are dead to come through the games. And actually, one of them, where's the Hangman? Can you hold up that Hangman one? Is that
Oh God!
Yeah,
it's Vincent Price.
Yeah, Vincent Price. So basically, it would be like Vincent Price and Rodney Dangerfield and all these dead celebrities would be Board James would be contacting them through the Ouija board.
I have no idea.
I mean, this of all the versions of Hangman, this is the best one because it's got Vincent Price.
For Hangman, you could just have like a piece of paper and play it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Just to have it as a board game, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
And then to have Vincent Price on top of it is like extra pointless.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, first of all, what the fuck is this?
Well, this one was donated to me, and this is a it's.
When I was a kid back in the 80s, this was one of my favorite cartoons, and I did not know that there was a DuckTales board game, but it looks pretty simple. Looks like there's not much to it, but I just want to see the board real quick just because I'm really curious. Okay, it looks pretty basic, nothing too special.
Yeah.
Wacky Blasters. This is a rare game.
Open this up.
It's really interesting. These little guys here, they look like Hubert.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's like Hubert.
Yeah.
And they squeak like
balls.
They squeak like dog toys.
You have these little balls that you gotta I think you're trying to blow it into the center here.
Yeah.
You
start down here on these things, and then you blow. You go like that, and you try to get the ball all the way to the top.
Game, yeah. You're just trying to get that ball to go into the middle.
Yeah.
And the idea would be that motherfucker Mike would go and get a leaf blower at the end, and then, well, actually no, it was going to escalate. I think first he gets a hair dryer or something.
Well, first of all, first I start doing this kind of stuff, like
yeah, exactly.
Like it starts like that, and then it just gets I cheat more and more.
Yeah, so it ends with the leaf blower. We just thought it's so funny because if you really took a leaf blower, everything would just
the whole board will blow.
Yeah.
So here's the Pac-Man board game. Pretty cool.
And basically the board, I'm sure you'd expect, is basically a Pac-Man board. There
was also, by the way, I don't think James has them, but there was like a Centipede game, a Donkey Kong game.
Really?
There was like lots of Atari arcade era type of games. Speaking of video games, we of course have the Super Mario Brothers game.
Yeah.
Now this we're gonna definitely have to do someday, because it's Super Mario Brothers, so you have to, right?
Look, you got like different worlds. Oh, you know what? It's kind of like a side-scrolling board game because you just have these different, all the different worlds.
You got your different characters, Bullet Bill, Goombas, and so we definitely got to get to that someday. That would be really
check
cool.
That out.
Speaking of Nintendo games, there was also the Legend of Zelda board game. This is brand new in the package here, so we're not going to open that right now.
Yeah, well, we will, but not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if we do a video someday.
You can see on the back what the board looks like. It's just kind of different, Zelda.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I actually had this when I was a kid, and remember like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Yeah.
I had a friend over one day, and we were watching Super Mario Bros. Super Show, but it was the day that had the Zelda episode. So we were watching the Zelda
Fridays,
episode, and I'm like, oh, hang on a second, I have the Zelda board game. So I broke out the Zelda board game, and I played it while watching the Zelda cartoon, actually. More video game board games. Now this is cool.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2. Now, finally, I got a chance to show that in the Tiger episode, I think.
Yeah.
For AVGN. You know what? I always thought that my Street Fighter game, well, it has streets. Maybe they took it a little too literal. Like, okay, let's get some streets.
It was somebody that didn't know anything about Street Fighter, so they made it streets. Are you kidding me?
What are these? These aren't even Street Fighter places. Saget Shipping. Okay, UN headquarters.
Well, at least they do have the characters from the game. Like here's Blanca, Zangief, E Honda. All right, so another one I found at one point was this. It's called Super Mario Brothers Great Ladder Race. Now this is more of a toy than a board game, but so was Mr. Bucket, and we did a video on that. This, I never figure out how to get it to work or anything, but it's like you put these on here, and Mario and Luigi are supposed to race up the ladders. I don't know, just an interesting piece of Nintendo game history. It's weird, right?
So these like spin around stuff.
I think you're supposed to hold it by this and go like that, and then they climb. They're supposed to climb up the ladder.
You
or
know,
something.
this might be really fun because it's like about trying to keep them on the ladder without falling like that. I always like games like that where
Kind of like
you know,
Labyrinth, that type of thing.
yeah,
in a way.
it's not just a roll of the dice. It's kind of like an actual physics that determine winning or losing.
This is some sort of
Sound right?
special version
Yeah,
of it.
basically it's the domino dealer. The dealer is the thing that like it sets up the
Oh, it
dominoes
sets it up for
automatically.
you?
Yeah,
kind of like a
over
card
the-
shuffler, huh?
Yeah, it's basically like something like that. Like here's you know what? The dealer's not even in here. These are all my different pieces, but you have all these things. And you know what? It was just in the 80s. Everything with neon was so cool because you just have the hot pink and all these bright colors. But it was basically like you build these domino tracks. No, basically, okay, dominoes.
Well, originally there's dominoes.
Yeah, there's dominoes where you just match up, you know, like you got 2 and then you got 2,
Right,
match
yeah.
2 to 2, so you're just putting everything together. But then Domino Rally was like dominoes on crack, where now it's like they're going to be all these pink colors and you're going to put them all together. Oh, and then you got this thing. You know what this did?
No,
It was like
I don't.
you have all these different rows of dominoes, so you push the thing and then all the dominoes like
that's
go
right.
at
They
once.
go in different directions. That's right. I
But
forgot about that.
I used to love setting up, me and my cousin, we would just set dominoes all through the house, but you know what would happen? Before you're done, somebody would always accidentally knock it over, so, which was going to be a Bootsy moment. I mean, we were going to have Bootsy knock down the dominoes, but I think I like...
So the whole video would be like me and or motherfucker Mike and Board James. We'd set
Yeah.
take the whole video would just be us setting it up and be like really epic, and then be like ready to go, and then Bootsy would come in and just like
You know
ruin
what it should be? It should be
Yeah.
like, what could go wrong? And then Bootsy shows up, so you don't even, like, you know, see it coming.
I feel like it would be really ridiculous too. Like
Yeah.
he'd come in and like he'd knock it over, but then he'd come in and like be rolling over him and
Yeah.
stuff like an asshole, you know?
Yeah, but I loved Domino Rally. It was so intense when you're really getting in there and you're setting them up, and then you're like, don't knock it over, don't knock it over, don't knock it over. And then finally, all right, they're all set up. Now it's time to knock them down. And then,
And we were talking about the boards like Wacky Blaster and Tornado Rex and all these games, how they look really cool like in a video as opposed to like showing game footage all the time. We'll talk about one that would look good. Domino Rally would be a cool looking video.
I almost feel like I want to do Domino Rally as the next episode because...
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, and one more here that we're going to take a look at real quick. The Omega Virus, and this might be the biggest request aside from Nightmare, because it's another one of those. Is it a VHS game or is it Oh, it talks. It's like has
electronic
voices.
battleship type of.
Yeah, and let's look at the board real quick. Now this game is it's a really complicated one from what I've heard. So
Wow, look at this.
yeah, it'd be a great episode I think, but we need to really you know.
We have to figure it out and learn how to play it.
This instruction manual is really awesome, by the way.
This looks like a marquee on a video game. You'd think that would have been a video game.
Yeah, like these little space guys here. So that this could be an epic episode. So those are just some of the games that we have on the list for possible future episodes.
Damn, he has a lot of board games. I mean, I only have like Monopoly and that's it, and I don't really play it. But yeah, that's a lot of board games. I'm shocked. Most of those board games we've seen in his board games episodes. But yeah, that's I wish I had that collection. I'm jealous. I mean, it's a shame that he had a bit of water damage and some of them were getting damaged, and it was you know, it was a shame because Dream Phone, I believe, that board game seemed to be damaged as well. But yeah, he had quite a lot of board games. That's quite interesting. That's why I'm guessing they call him Board James. Wish I had that collection. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.